Hey everybody, it's the Single Track Surgeon coming at you with another video, and we are back here on the new trail build. And I'm here with my wife, Kate.
Hey.
The family that digs together
stays together.
Stays together.
It's true.
See, she even finishes my sentences. It works great. But we're working on basically the piece after the bridge. If you watched the last video, you know we ended at a creek. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we're waiting for a bridge here. And I've made this mistake before where I've shaped everything up to the bridge and after the bridge. And then when I put the bridge in, everything's all wrong. So I basically stopped digging up there before the entry to this downhill. And I'm not gonna do any work on this until I get the bridge. And I even left some room here because I don't know if we're gonna go up on the edge here or if there's gonna be enough speed scrub here that we can actually make a harder turn. So we'll figure that out later. So we decided to start down a little bit, and this is what we've been working on. So we're about an hour and a half in. Just flatten this out, use the bench that we cut in the dry, put a little berm in, and then we were able to fill this really big hole in. Just like up top, there was probably, 3 or 4 foot dip here, and we just kept cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and moved all this dirt in. So now it's just a gentle slope. So riding up, it'll be nice, just a little bit of a bump, but it won't be so drastic that either way it will hinder your speed.
4 times wider than it was.
I love it. Go big or go home, right? So everybody, this is Greg.
Hey.
So in the videos before, I've mentioned him. He's a soldier.
I need some water.
Looks good, man. This will be fun.
Need the rake.
Way up onto it. So this part is definitely tricky to build because we have to leave enough flat on the inside that you can pedal up it, but leave a big enough berm for the people coming down. And as Greg mentioned, it may actually be wide enough to pass people here. I don't know how that would work. Somebody coming up and going down, that might be a little sketchy.
Yeah, they can do it.
And we've got a nice little turn over here. And because it was dry, we actually had the curve dialed before we even started it because we would actually ride it. And you have a nice radius already. And this is the other angle to that little bump I showed earlier. See, it's really nice. Not too bad climbing up, but there's a little bit of a hump to make it interesting coming down. So Greg, why do you love digging and trail building?
It's kind of like creating something on a empty canvas, I guess. It's kind of fun. But I like being alone, working out in the... I like being away from people mostly. So.
there you go. The truth comes out. Get away from people. All right, I'll take that.
That's kind of true.
What about you, Kate?
Oh, I don't really like it at all. I'm just kidding. I mainly come out here because of you, but also it is, yeah, you get to be alone a little bit. It's quiet. It's so quiet back here. I mean, literally no one except the damn motos. Silence. But then they go away and it's just silent. It's awesome.
Yeah, damn motos.
Was that too much? Sorry.
No, just enough.
It's just the truth.
All right, so we've come to a really integral part of this section of the trail, and that is this big berm. So depending on if you're going up or down, it's a left or a right-hander. And basically we had to keep the gradient really steady because obviously pedaling up, you want it to be easy, but still fun going down. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So we initially used the line that our tires were making as the guideline, and basically we used that as a center point. And then we cut all the dirt to the right of it and put it outside. So we basically started stacking. And they gave us a really good base, and we packed that down. And now we're doing the 45-degree cut on the inside and basically taking all that dirt and stacking it on top. And it kind of looks ugly because that's on purpose. You actually stack it higher than you think you need and make it really kind of tall and not very sloped. And then what happens is as you pack the outside of the trail and pull the dirt from the middle up, it kind of gives it that nice curve and still allows a trough in the middle that you can ride up. And as you can see, it's actually going to be pretty big, and it gives you about I would say 10 or 15 feet of elevation just right here. So as you can see, there will be a lot of speed coming down, but it's an easy enough gradient that coming off that other side, you can still ride up. Then we got Greg over here building this piece of art.
Rock garden. Yes.
This is the Hulda rock garden right here. I think we found all the rocks in all of Hulda Crooks and made a little art piece with it. So you can see as you come down there, you'll shoot around this berm and into the clearing. Now here's a perfect example where you kind of want to step back and look at what you're doing, because I can see the line that comes down basically right here is like a flat piece, and then there's kind of an angle here. So what I'm gonna have to do is with the McLeod, I'm gonna pull the dirt up from here and actually shift this whole berm over a tad to kind of match the curve up on top. But this is one of those things where if you don't step back and look at it and you pack it down, it's gonna be really hard to change later. So just by stepping back and looking at it, and after I tamp the edge, once it's pulled up, I'll step back again and kind of look at the curve and see if it's smooth. So all the tamping is done on the outside. You actually may notice that there's a lot of dirt that I actually displaced here and pulled over the top. And if you look closely, the top is kind of sharp. So basically there's a lot here. See how there's like kind of a harsh angle between the dirt here and that. So what I'm gonna do is take the rake and fill in some of the sections that need a little more dirt. Like right here, you can see there's a little bit of a pocket. So I'm gonna pull some of this dirt and kind of flatten the berm before I tamp the inside. Because if I tamp it now, there's gonna be some flat spots, some bumps maybe. So I'm gonna rake it out and get it as even as I can, then tamp it. All right, it's all raked out. You can tell a lot of the rocks have gone to the inside. Now it's time to tamp it down. So all the tamping is now finished, but as you can see, there's a little bit of a V cut. And if this were just a downhill trail, I would just leave it and allow it to be drainage. And then I would do a redirect down there to push the water off. But since this has to be rideable up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rake and just pull slightly on this upper edge here and allow some dirt to kind of fill in this trough so you have the ability to ride up a flat piece but then come down on the berm. So the day is coming to an end. This is the final look at the linked berms down at the bottom, what we worked on. And this tree, although it wasn't too much in the way, I decided to use my rule of if it can be or grow into the line in the next year, cut it. So I just sheared off all this with my brand new handsaw. Works pretty well. And now I just have to go test it out and see if this corner works. Hopefully it does, because if it doesn't, I have to reshape it. All right, so I checked it out. It feels pretty good. So now I'm actually gonna use my secret weapon, which is my Rocky Mountain Instinct Power Play. It is the best trail building tool in my quiver, and that is because now I'm going to ride back and forth at least 15 to 20 times and pack this in with the big wagon wheels. And since I've got the motor to help me, I can jet back up and pack it in. So I hope you guys are enjoying all of these videos of the new trail build. It's been a lot of fun. The timing has been great on this trail, digging dry and then shaping. But as always, if you guys want to help out, let me know. It's so fun to have new people out here all the time because I get to see different perspectives of trails. I talk to them about my old trails that I've built and they give me different perspectives. So it's interesting going forward is I may tweak the way I build certain areas because the feedback I'm getting from people that I'm digging with. Also, if you like these videos, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you guys get all these videos when I release them, because I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep making these things, and hopefully at the end, we'll have a big party and we'll ride this trail, we'll open the trail, we'll do some type of ribbon cutting thing, and we can all lap the trail together. As always, go fast, get drifty, and have fun. Later.